Hi everyone, welcome to another FinxS online platform mini tutorial. Today I want to introduce you to another innovative product developed by FinxS International called the Research Module. So, what is the Research Module? A Research Module is a value-added feature that you can add to a behavioural analysis project for no additional cost. The Research Module is a short set of questions that are separate to the 24 questions in the extended DISC questionnaire. These questions allow you to create additional questions for the respondent to answer before or after the extended DISC questionnaire. Research modules are extremely valuable to gain additional information from the respondent. Essentially, it's like a short survey. So, what are the uses of the research module? There are numerous uses of a research module. The top 3 uses of a research module are in recruitment, team development, and leadership development. In recruitment, if you are using the research module, you may create a questionnaire to ask some pre-interview questions, such as level of education, relevant skills, or how they handled specific situations. You can use this information to identify who you might like to take into the interview stage or who you might like to hire. If your employees or clients are completing a team profile assessment for a team building or team development situation, you could include questions to help define the focus areas. These questions could centre around the respondents' perspectives of team culture, well-being, and the overall working team environment. And finally, leadership development. You can also use the research module in a leadership development situation when your respondent is completing the DISC leadership assessment. The questions can help set strategies and identify areas for training and support. So now that we know what a research module is, how do we go about creating one in FinxS? So there are 3 steps when creating and implementing a research module. And the first is to create the questionnaire and decide which questions to ask, and also to define the scale. Secondly, you attach your research module to a project. And thirdly, ask your respondent to complete the DISC assessment and download their report to view it in PDF format. And before we log into FinxS to go through each of these steps, let's just go through the different question types and scales that are available. So there are 2 scales available in a research module. These are the Likert scale and the open scale questions. So the Likert scale questions are single choice with a 3, 5 or 7 scale choice. Open scale questions are also like a single choice and they allow you to determine the scale. So you could do 1 to 3, 1 to 5, 1 to 9, 1 to 10. It's completely up to you. Open-ended questions allow respondents to type in the answer. Single choice questions means respondents can only select one of the choices. Condition questions are like single choice, but respondents jump to a different set of questions depending on the answer. Rating questions allows respondents to reorder the choices in order of preference, and multi-choice questions allow respondents to select any number of the choices. Great, so let's log into FinxS and go through how to set up a research module in your FinxS account. So to create a research module, log into your FinxS account and then navigate to the main menu. Hover over templates in the main menu and click on Open Questionnaires. Next, click the plus icon in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen and click New Mother. Now we need to fill in the details about this research module. So the first step is to name your research module. You also need to give a description of your research module. Next, we define the category. So we click on the drop-down box and click Research Module/Surveys. If you'd like to be able to duplicate this research module at any stage, click the clonable box. While we're editing and creating the research module, we want to leave it locked, so just leave that box ticked. Next, you can choose whether or not you want your questions to appear in random order or in numerical order. Click the box if you want them to appear in random order, or just leave it unticked to appear in numerical order. And finally, we can choose whether we want to allow skip, to not allow skip, or to make it flexible per question. Great, when we're happy with the details of our research module, click Save. So now that we've created our research module, we can see it's appeared on our left-hand side list under the research module / surveys category. And now we want to edit the questions. So we click Edit Questions in the bottom right-hand corner. Now we see the research module designer appear. On the right-hand side are our question and scale types that I talked about earlier. So to add those to our research module, simply click, drag and drop till you see the 4-arrow icon, and then just let go. Great, and now we can start to write our questions. So I've typed in my question, and now I can determine the scale size. So I can either have a 3, 5 or 7 point scale, as I've chosen the Likert scale. I'm going to go with a 3-point scale size. Next, I need to put in my choices. So these are the choices that your respondents will see as they answered the research module. So you put your most favourable choice at the top and the least favourable choice at the bottom. Great, so we can just continue to go through and add as many questions as we'd like to add to this research module. Then once we're happy with all the questions, we go and click the back button. And this takes us back to the details page of our research module. And now that we've finalised the questionnaire, we need to unlock it. So to do that, click the blue edit button and just untick the locked box and then click save. Great, so now that we've created the research module questionnaire, we now need to attach it to a project. So to do this, we go to Projects in the main menu and click on Behavioural Analysis. Now you want to choose a project that you'd like to attach the research module to. So I'm going to choose Extended Disk Assessment. Click Edit. And then scroll down until you see the drop box next to Questionnaire. So I click on the drop down box and I choose the research module that I just created, which was Test Research Module for Practice. So now that I've defined the research module questionnaire that I want to attach to this project, I then click Save. Great. And now all you need to do is to email the candidate instructions to your respondent with this access code here. Your respondent will then go through and answer the extended disk assessment and also the research module questionnaire. And once they have done that, you'll then receive a copy of their report straight to your inbox, and you'll find the research module answers will be at the back of that report. Thank you everyone for watching this latest research module mini tutorial. For other mini tutorials, please visit our website, hrprofilingsolutions.com.au if you're in Australia, or hrprofilingsolutions.co.nz if you're in New Zealand. Thank you.